Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? So today's going to be special. You can have your pick a card in each of these, whatever you're curious on, prosperity, love, or fun, or you can watch all three and see the combination of what is coming in that. I feel like there's a fresh wave of all this possibility and everything right now. Creative brainstorming, diversity, a real new creative phase of just doing things out of the box beautifully, finding pleasure and harmony in your relationships, celebrating, enjoying community, sharing, feeling just really exuberant about life. And oftentimes everything goes in tandem with this prosperity, love, and fun because we're high vibration, our frequency is up, and we're really tapping into everything. So you guys, here's your choices, or you can watch all three: prosperity, love, and fun. So this can be money and career, this can be relationships, friendships, family, and this can be just having creative fun, going out in the world, just really diversifying your day, going to whether museums, concerts, whatever you feel compelled to move towards it. That helps you just, have fun, abundance, feel abundance. I know I feel like everything is possible. When I go out and I experience a walk on the beach, I go to a little shop, whatever it is, it's like, yeah, I feel really good about being out and about. So let's see what's taking place in terms of prosperity and how you're going to achieve some of that. So great communication and also releasing outdated beliefs on this. So basically, when we have an idea, we're going to be able to beautifully communicate to whomever we need. It could be anything: a CEO, a publishing house, something of that nature, friends, family, other people we want to get cooperate with us on board and be able to produce whatever it is that we want. Also how we deal in our outlook on finances, for sure. Communicating to our spirits exactly what we want, stating down. A lot of people, what they do is they'll write down a specific annual or monthly income that they would really like to produce and have, really changing also your outlook. If you have lack mentality, I know some people, they'll buy things and they'll be like, oh, I should return this, I need to have money for that. When you are in an abundant mind frame and you're generous with yourself and others, I just feel like more things wash up on your shore. Absolutely. And there are certain crystals for abundance. That being said, I feel like the number one thing is, and I have them all around me, is citrine, and the yellow stones and green stones, adventuring. I'm obsessed with crystals. I feel like when I charge them, cleanse them, and use them, carry them around, I do see a difference. If it's like rose quartz is the love stone, carry that around, I feel calmer. And it helps, just enhance whatever mood we're trying to provide for ourselves. Also, the High Priestess is a great card in this because it illuminates what we need to see, illusions and reality, also spending habits, but also knowing 100% your worth, that you're worthy of these very large numbers of income and money due to the fact that whatever you do and you produce is high value. Sometimes it's hard to see that if we work for people, and there's a lot of middle management and other people that cloud that and create issues in your life, and you feel like, oh, you're being held back. And also, it is true sometimes in the competitive business world, when you're pushing forward, there will be other people that try to block that, but recognizing that, listen, I'm going to go to the top. This is like destiny meets synchronicity, and you're going to be in awe of the experiences you're going to have that are going to bring prosperity into your world. But also watching, I feel like it's like victory time. I keep seeing this big V for victory. Everything that you've worked for, including obstacles that you face and overcome, is now going to be things that you reach these goals with ease. Things that might have been hardships or you really had to put huge effort into, now are going to flow to you very, very calmly. And I like this. Definitely, this is something, where that's just the cat, of course, deciding to join in. If you shine a light on where there might be issues, like, listen, do I doubt this? Do I think this is too much? Do I think, that that's over the top? It's all about worthy and feeling like what you do and produce is of value. And if for any reason you ever question that, to go back and rectify that situation. If you're a creator or a crafter, you make sure you're using the best tools. You're really putting your time, heart, effort, and focus into it too. So I feel like that's something that's going to be uber helpful. You're going to be able to focus that energy. I like how that looks so similar to this as well. I feel like by just shining a light on where there's changes and modifications that need to be made, you're going to be able to do that really, really beautifully. I love that for you. So that is the prosperity card, you guys. Yay! If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read or anything else. Remember, there is a sense sometimes when people feel like they ask for a lot, like, oh, is that too much or greedy? If you're generous of nature and you plan to share, and you help the economy by spending, and you help small businesses, and you provide things for family, friends, and all of that. If you're generous, I do feel like the universe recognizes that and wants to send more your way, which is fantastic. So now we're going to go on to love and see what is going to be able to be accommodating for us. Oh, these are beautiful cards. Absolutely. What inspires you to, like, is it rom-coms? I love the beautiful sentiments that you see sometimes on Pinterest and all of that. Like, what inspires you to think in that vein and get in that kind of realm of love where you feel compassion, self-love? And because that is very, very important too. When we love ourselves and we treat ourselves well, we're showing other people how to treat us. Like, do you accept sometimes unacceptable behavior? Now is the time to really stand up and say, no thanks. I want to pull a... Here's the thing. The universe is absolutely at our side, producing and bringing us all of these beautiful opportunities to show us self-care, self-love, and just looking after yourself in little ways, whether it's just you make sure you have that lovely little treat while you're out, if you want to have that nice meal, if you want to purchase that new hat, doing just your regular self-care rituals, whether it's a nice bath and you have nice oils, a great wonderful shampoo. Do you remember like being in high school and there being like an absolute limit where you thought it was insane to spend on some kind of shampoo or conditioner? I remember where salons were huge in the 80s and 90s, and there were certain hair care professionals that came out with lines, and some of the shampoo I remember in the day would be like $25 to $40, and I thought that was absolutely crazy to spend $40 on shampoo. And now it's funny how cosmetics wise, just you wouldn't even, if you wanted a really nice face serum or something, that's just what it is. But I remember in the day just going, oh no, I wouldn't spend that. But if you have something that you love, that smells awesome, that you find is absolutely beautiful, that was put in front of you, and you have that feeling towards that product because you deserve it. That's going to be your treat. And people spend their money in all different ways on what they love. It can be anything from unguents and oils and all of that to really good food, to how they, swathe their house and all these beautiful, furniture and fabrics and all of that. Mine is definitely tarot cards and crystals, things of that nature. But I feel like you're going to be able to be in a really strong manifestation stage to be able to bring this love in. Again, be inspired by your life. Be inspired by things that are taking place around you. Be inspired by things that lift you and make you feel good, and successes you've had too, right? I feel like we form opinions by experience. So maybe the last person that we dealt with was a total pill. Somebody online that just loved themselves, was a narcissist, was whatever. Or for some people, I've noticed people end up asking them for money after they've dated them for a short time. Just swindlers and wheelers and dealers and all kinds of crazy, shady people out there. Just take it out of your mental repertoire. Let it dissolve. It is not your fault, and you do not singularly attract these type of people because it's your karma or it's your due. It's simply percentages. There are a lot of vultures out there and predators that go online because they've had success. So, if you have somebody that just makes you feel like a little like your hair stand on end and it's red flaggy, you need to invoke this and say, I'm not acting out of desperation or needing just any old person. I want really high quality. So ask questions, really ask them. And if they don't inspire you to be your best self and feel good about who you are, it's like, just let it go. Let it, just release it, because self-love is about proceeding with integrity for yourself, perseverance, and careful efforts and thoughtfulness towards yourself. And also say aloud, I deserve the best love. I deserve high quality love. And I feel like that's definitely coming in for you. And another thing to kind of invoke that positive energy is think of one of your most loving and wonderful romantic encounters where somebody just treated you so well and cherished you so well and did all these acts of love and kindness and thoughtfulness and loved you unconditionally. That's another thing that you are pulling in and you're deserving of, is unconditional love. Not someone who's trying to shape, mold, squish, and form you into something else. And definitely not somebody that has those seedy little comments about, oh, you'd look really good if you dropped 10 pounds, or if you gained 10 pounds, or if you colored your hair, if you did this or that. Those things are people trying to make you a certain kind of physical type. Just, that's not necessary, that type of energy at all. Feel good about who you are. I definitely feel like you're going to have this beautiful, secure feeling that you're going to be able to read someone's energy really beautifully, and you will be pulling in somebody that adheres to your kind of inspired life template. Like, yeah, I can get on board with this person, somebody who speaks well of others and is high vibrational and makes you feel like this is what life is all about. And again, that communicates well and you're able to speak to them. Again, this also equates to self-love. Show yourself this beautiful love, how deserving you are and how wonderful you are, and really, really take steps towards that. All the little effort we put for other people, we should also be putting towards ourselves, which I love. So that you group too. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. And also my information is right in the thumbnail as well if you need a private read. I want to say thanks to all my new clients. I had a crop of them just come in yesterday, like wildfire. It was like all of a sudden I just had all these requests and DMs and everything. Thank you guys, and thank you for your beautiful feedback. I do really do them super fast. I do them after receiving them, either that evening or the next day, because I think it's important, and I like to, once that energy connects and people are curious, I like to just get right on board with that. So thanks again for that, you guys. So that's number 2, and now we're on to number 3, you guys, which is fun. How can we have fun? So let's see how that's going to be arriving, why that's going to be arriving, what's taking place. Let me grab another card. I'm over here. Aww. How great is this? So yeah, you guys are going to learn how to channel in fun, how to be a conduit of fun. I do it in a myriad of silly, crazy ways. A lot of times, because I'm clairaudient too, it begins with what I hear. If I hear a voice, or I hear a speaker, or I hear a tarot reader where I like their voice and it just resonates with me and it's calming and it feels like a familiar friend, man, I'm all over that. I'll just have that running in the background. Right now, I'm really into Juicy Scoop with Heather McDonald because I feel like she's a fun, goofy, kind of fun person, and she has wonderful guests. And I just have that going in the background sometimes if I feel like I want company. Boom, I have, company through the television. Reggae, classical music, all of that starts to channel that fluid flow state, happy, creative energy. And again, never being more happy than I'm being courageous and doing what I love and putting myself out there, putting what I create out there, either whether it's words or jewelry or an idea, whatever it is. But something that's taking place within you right now is a deep healing. I feel like what's going on is you are understanding that I do not need to take any of this past trauma, family trauma, or any heaviness with me. However anybody wants to label me or put me in a box or whatever, that is their issue. So if they want to project and deflect and neglect and do whatever it is that they do, let them be them, and I'm deciding I'm going to do me. My focus is going to be on me. Anybody says that doubts my ability to proceed and become accomplished and happy, and they bring in any dreary energy, goodbye, vaporized, blocked, out of here for the time being, while you're solidifying your new sense of self where you want to have fun. Oftentimes, I know it sounds weird, but I have my best time by myself or just with my immediate family. They crack me up. Everybody in my family is funny. My husband is funny. My son is super funny. My offspring is Joni is absolutely hilarious. Their view on life, I love it. It's lighthearted. It makes me laugh. I like to be with fun people. Why would I go, with Debbie Downers? And ask yourself, who is a downer in your life and who sucks the joy out of occasions? Leave that. And if you want to travel, if you want to go experience something, a new place, and you know that that person is prone to whatever, problematic behavior and selfishness, bye-bye. Because now is a time where you want to do you. And you also want to figure out quantifies as fun to you? What's a good time? For some people, going to like the zoo and seeing all these animals is wonderful. To other people, they're like, animals in cages and confined, it's a nightmare. You know what I mean? All different levels of fun. I love comedy on every level. I love stand-up. When I hear it, it gets me in a really good mood, and I start to think differently about the world. I observe it, and I feel like whatever is going on around me, not to me, when I apply that kind of like comedic light on it. But a lot of you guys are going through this lovely transformation where you're like, I do want to have fun. When I seek joy and lightheartedness and experiences that make me feel good, I want more of that, so I seek it, and then I get creative with how I can bring that into my life. And now with all of everything that's happening on YouTube, TV, radio, vlogs, blogs, podcasts, there's so much information, good, bad, and indifferent out there, but really funny, great stuff, TED Talks, amazing. After I hear something that's really profound and it moves me, I look at things differently. I look at things from the perspective of, wow, I now am going to utilize that in my mental catalog. So when anything may be heavy or oppressing seems to come in on my energy, I'm going to use that as a tool to dissipate and disregard that energy, right? We all go through this too. It is a mad fluctuation of crazy, moody blues, followed by this fired up, I can do anything energy. And I know for myself personally, that's all I can really speak for. I know with fire signs, we want to do so much, and we get so damn excited about life and pursuing things that sometimes we'll go and we'll exhaust ourselves and we'll hit like a wall and be like, oh, I still want to do more. And then we'll get disappointed that we couldn't do even more. But I would rather do fewer things and get all this sap and honey and fun and joy out of it. Then it's almost like a kid at the amusement park where they want to do so much, it's overkill, they exhaust themselves. Some kid is always going to have a meltdown, tantrum, or just lose their crap in an amusement park because they want more food, more rides, more excitement, to the point where they just implode. Like, too much is too much. So now we're looking at simplification. What's one thing we can do today to bring fun? And I love the idea of woodworking now too. I saw this great video on, just etching in wood and burning in wood and using all these solder irons, doing all this stuff. And I love anything that you can immerse yourself in your work and you get absolutely lost in. It's like that thing where there's so much cool stuff that happens during it where you're like, I can't believe that I'm creating this. That's another thing that we have to bring in. We have to bring in and allow more peace into our life. We sometimes crowd our life with too many people, places, and things. And because of that, it can sap the joy because there's too many distractions. And I know I definitely need the least amount of distractions. I will form a straight line in the road in the morning. I will write down I need to do A, B, and C. And then after that, if I have this going on, I can look at that for a little while and diversify. But then when I really need to be on point and create peace, what I do is I light a candle. I love flame gazing. It just brings me back down and grounds me. I also listen to some of the great chants and music that they have over on YouTube. Open your heart chakra, third eye, very quiet, singing bowls, and I get back down to peace, and then I can reformulate and gain some more insight for what can be fun and joyous. It's all about high vibrational, high frequency energy that makes us feel good about who we are, where we're going, and how we participate in life. And that is where, the joy is. And that's where the light is. And it also helps other people. So healing to other people to see somebody laugh and be silly in public. They think, hey, yeah, why am I taking life so seriously? Right? I love seeing people like dancing in the grocery store. I love people laughing in the park. All of that, all of these little instances that bubble to the surface and offer that glimmer of, life is meant to be enjoyed. So what the hell's going on in this tragic doomsday of my mind when we pull it in? Because thoughts beget more thoughts in that kind of tandem. So if you're thinking good things, it invites in other good things, right? Where worry, concern, and doubt bring in all those darker things. So as soon as they come in, just be like dismissed and think of the silliest, funniest thing or most wonderful experience you can have. And then it opens a door and invites more of those things in. And then we're thinking along those lines, which I love. So you guys, that is your beautiful fun card. I love these so much. So I'm just going to show you a couple of these while I go through my little thank you list. I just want to thank everybody for your likes and subscribes and your beautiful comments. And yesterday really was, I had a whole new cast of beautiful clients come in and be like, oh, do you do private reads? Because sometimes they just see something on IG or they just see something on TikTok. And I want to thank all you guys for coming over and all your wonderful feedback, and it made me so happy. It's I had so much great feedback and lovely people yesterday. It brought my vibe way up, and I feel like that was how I was able to work so smoothly and efficiently today. It was just riding that wave of wonderful energy that you guys brought for me. So love and light to you guys.